The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth. Muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple, and yet everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. No one is more dangerously insane than one who is sane all the time. He's like a steel bridge without flexibility, and the order of his life is rigid and brittle. This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now, and instead of calling it work, realize it is play. The art of living is neither careless drifting on the one hand, nor fearful clinging to the past on the other. It consists in being sensitive to each moment, in regarding it as utterly new and unique, in having the mind open and wholly receptive. The menu is not the meal. We seldom realize, for example, that our most private thoughts and emotions are not actually our own, for we think in terms of languages and images which we did not invent, but which were given to us by our society. The more a thing tends to be permanent, the more it tends to be lifeless. Problems that remain persistently insoluble should always be suspected as questions asked in the wrong way. To have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water, because if you do, you will sink and drown. Instead, you relax and float. This is the real secret of life, to be completely engaged with what you are doing in the here and now, and instead of calling it work, realize it is play. Just as true humor is laughter at oneself, true humanity is knowledge of oneself. Zen does not confuse spirituality with thinking about God while one is peeling potatoes. Zen spirituality is just to peel the potatoes. We cannot be more sensitive to pleasure without being more sensitive to pain. Life exists only at this very moment, and in this moment it is infinite and eternal, for the present moment is infinitely small. Before we can measure it, it has gone, and yet it exists forever. There will always be suffering, but we must not suffer over the suffering. You didn't come into this world. You came out of it, like a wave from the ocean. You are not a stranger here. Thank you for joining us. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.